Hi guys, so today's job is going to be repairing this Corbeau, however you pronounce it. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of damage to the vinyl here on this bolster. The foam needs repairing as well. More damage here to this bolster on this side, and the same on this side. And also the frame is broken on this as well. So there's quite a lot to do. So the first job is to strip the seat down. Now I've never worked on one of these before, but it's just a suck it and see, so I will just start taking it apart. I'll try and split the back from the base and take it from there. Right, I'll first start by just taking this bit of plastic off here, this handle. I think there's probably a bolt under here, because there's one on the other side, and that obviously will then split the seat. So two bolts on this side. And it's just one bolt on this side. I'll put the backrest to one side and I'll start on the seat. So now I need to cut all the hog rings off the cover and remove the cover. So I've now removed the cover and the foam from the frame, and it's not looking good. We have a split here in the frame. You can see where it's completely come apart, and I split the back here, so the welded broke on this bit here and this bit here, and yeah, it's repairable, but it's not the best. The foam, like I said, was not in great condition, so the foam here has been eaten away by the seat frame. It is always how it is, it's just standard. And yeah, there's other bits of foam that are damaged, like here, so that's going to need attention before I even put the cover back on. Obviously you've seen the damage on the cover. I'll probably deal with the frame first, get the frame out of the way, get that all solid again. So when I repair this frame here, I'm going to use a bit of this tube, because this will fit just inside here and give it some extra strength before it gets welded. It's obviously a weak spot there, so having a bit of tube inside will give it more strength. The bolster doesn't feel too bad, so we might be alright with that. The foam's not in bad condition at all, so that's a job that won't need doing. So it's just the cover on that one, which is nice. I'll put both the foams to one side. I will repair the seat foam later. I'm just going to remove the panels that need repairing. I'll split them into the component parts, get them on the bench, steam them flat, and then I can cut new panels, sew them back in, and reassemble the seat after I've repaired the foam on that one. Now that I've done the seat base, I'm going to do exactly the same with the damaged panels on the backrest. There's no different, just going to take them all apart, flatten them out. Once I've done that, I will get the fabric out, or the vinyl, and just start to cut new pieces. I'm not going to film taking the backrest apart because you've just seen me do that on the seat and there's no difference. So I'll get on with that and I'll come back to you when I'm ready to start cutting things out. pieces are now cut. What I need to do next is to just form back these. Once I form back them, I can sew them together. And then once I've sewn them all together, I can fit them. I still need to do the repair on the seat base yet, on the foam. I've done the repair to the frame, so that's now back in one piece. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the backrest foam. Once I've actually sewn all the backrests together, I'll just fit that straight away and then move on to repairing the foam. So this is just 3mm scrim foam. So that job's now finished and ready to go back to the customer. So if you enjoyed that video, give it the old thumbs up. I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.